just start. We'll say our names. Caleb St.pierre for Dusty Martis' class.
Don Hunter, physical therapist at Glory Therapy.
So, what's your best career experience and your personal philosophy?
So, best probably career experience would be what, what got me into PT in the first place. So, a patient of mine, it's actually my patient now. It's kind of crazy. But whenever I was in kinesiology, I wasn't in physical therapy at first. I just knew I wanted to do something with human body type of thing or something. I don't know what it was going to be, but I needed some direction. So, and you gotta get the experience, getting all the hours and stuff in different, facilities or needs to require that. And I was observing some, physical therapy over at a clinic, and I got to watch this kid who had been in an accident, and he hadn't walked in over a year, I think, and stuff. And I got to watch him take his first unassisted steps, and it was kind of a big deal because his mom was there, he was there, obviously, and the therapist, all of them just started crying. It was just a really big deal. This guy had been working on this for almost a year, type deal, and so to see him do that and the impact that it had on him really touched me. So I went the next day or two that week and went and changed my major or my concentration to pre-physical therapy, and just didn't let up on the gas ever since. So
that's kind of the same thing happened to me. I was observing Dr. Jay Schultz in Bogalusa, and he had a old guy, probably 70. He hadn't walked by himself in I think 5 years, and he had a walker, and Dr. Schultz was holding him, and Dr. Schultz let go, and he just kept walking, and everybody was like, and cried, clapped. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's life changing to see somebody. Because it takes somebody from a definite huge level of dependence to opportunity for independence. So it's just really awesome. And as far as personal philosophy goes, that would be kind of in tune with that, is that continuing to create challenging things and appropriate intensity and safe parameters that challenge people to achieve that independence.
Yeah, kind of like a no pain, no gain type of.
So to speak, but not as far as pain goes, and with the same mindset. It's whenever people typically come to this clinic and they leave, they can't do much. They're really exhausted, and I've seen a variety of styles of approaches to treatment of same pathologies, and that's just one that I've found the most results with, the best results. Is a lot of times taking a lot of continuing ed courses on this, and you get the mindset of, okay, well, somebody's gone through all this or gone through all this, and so you got to be super careful. They're fragile and stuff, and you do have to maintain a safe environment. We always want to. That's our number one thing here, But then right below that is after safety. Are you creating enough challenge to promote a change in for this patient? Because if you just are babying everything you do, you're really limiting these people. They need to be challenged, just because they're old or just because they're, they've had a stroke or stuff. They're in general, outside of a few diagnoses, their muscles work just like yours. You create a demand on them, they have hypertrophy, in response to that demand. So if you're just sitting there going through the motions, you're only really maintaining at one time. So mine is we're going to go somewhere with this. So.
What education did you need to get to where you are right now?
So I had to get a bachelor's degree, and then following that a doctorate degree from LSU. So,
what does Glory Therapy look for whenever they're hiring employees?
So we look a lot at the heart of somebody, do they kind of fit with the environment that we like to portray here? Most every one of my patients, I share life with them. That's kind of our little slogan here is we want to share life with our patients and stuff. So, that comes with some challenges because you get attached, but at the same time, that's who we look for is, people who are willing to really take stock in people and not just be where they come in their, no relationships and just, they I know them, I know dogs, their
Right.
kids, their, you know, everything going on, but they're trying to be intentional in that, knowing that we care, we don't just care about their diagnosis, but we
Right.
care about them as a person, all that they deal with, and so somebody that fits that, because not all people do that very well, you know, and so that's something that's very important. Obviously, we want professionalism, you know, and, you know, all the other stuff is just icing on the cake, so, you know, all the accolades and
Right.
achievements and stuff like that somebody can achieve. Of course, it benefits them, but at the, you know, baseline of things, really look at the heart, and do you fit in that desire to be a part of somebody, not just, you know, something that they did at one time.
Right. Do you have any advice for me going into the physical therapy field?
I could say tons. Do research even now, like, and not even just about physical therapy treatment and intervention type stuff, but like, what does it mean to be a physical therapist? So, what does that entail? Where is that, like, think about all the, you know, any challenges that you might have, like, or deal with, that could delay anything, or like, you know, because one thing is, currently right now, there's a big, huge continuous fight with like a reimbursement and stuff. So we need people who are researched and stuff to kind of help to, you know, fight that as much as we can, and rightfully so. And then just like awareness of what, where you're going to be, what you're able to do, how, you know, much debt to income you're going to have, type of thing. That's, you know, there's a lot of recent research out about that, and so I try to encourage people to really truly look at that, because it's really a real thing that some physical therapists have challenges with. So, you know, whenever you're deciding on a program, and you have programs that are way outlandish in price, it's really a long time before you're able to really kind of get to, you know, where you're even.
Right.
I guess, you know, so, and that's fine for somebody like, you know, who no matter what would want to do this. And, you know, it's always important for me anyway, it's always important, like, go after what your heart kind of wants, you know, and stuff. And so, but I don't want people to have the mindset that they're going to be making tons and tons of money, because it's just not a reality. But it's you know, very, very rewarding. So my advice would be to, like, find where you're at in that. You know, like, is there something that you would do no matter what? You know, money didn't exist in the world. That's kind of what I tell you. This is what I do. Money didn't exist.
Right.
Because if you're doing it to, like, get rich, you're probably not going to, you know, be making the best decision. But there is a lot of opportunity in it. It's just kind of where do you want to be, and getting a lot of experience in settings, you know, a variety of settings, and understanding the difference between those, not just in patient, but also in how they operate out. You know, what is productivity like? You know, standards and requirements and all that. I'm very blessed to be here where we don't really have productivity standards and requirements. I get to do paperwork as I need. You know, whatever time that, you know, if I'm not have seen a patient right then, it's not a big deal.
Right.
You know, so but there's a lot of places that are not like that. But that's kind of where we need the people with the heart, you know, to kind of get out of that, because you don't want it to become a kind of a money thing whenever it's a challenging time right now for physical therapists. And I say challenging not to scare people, but just like, it's not nothing that's kind of outlandish. It's just some people are very unaware of that.
Right.
So that's another advice I would give. Like, and then also, like, just that you're pursuing this, you know, understand that it's competitive.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's very, very important to prepare adequately, like right now. So all those times where you're like, oh, it'll be all right, this class has nothing to do with anything, you know, whatever, and you want to take some time off, like, I can definitely understand that, you know, I was there wanting to take time off, but you gotta understand that there's somebody else that's not.
Right.
You know, and that when it comes down to it, one of the two of the things that are the greatest predictors of whether you pass your boards or not are GRE and GPA. So the majority of schools that use, that's their two primary things, you know, based on acceptance, because they want you to pass the exams. So if that is the greatest predictor of performance on the exam, then that's what they're going to look at and weigh the most as far as their, you know, selection process. So I would highly advised for GRE taking multiple practice tests, and getting to most of the things are pretty good at telling you around about-ish where you're going to be. So take them, and if you need to do better, then take another one. Take another one. That was how I studied for boards. I just took tests. I didn't never study. I just took tests over and over again, and all the things that I messed up on it made me have to look at why I messed up, and that's how I studied. So it worked out really well. And then, like I said, the GPA thing, probably doesn't need as much explanation. You just gotta get that, continuously throughout. So just try not to take that time off. It's sometimes needed, but be smart with it. So.
Well, I really appreciate you letting me interview you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.